survive.
I'm sorry. I can't go through with it.
I want an explanation, and it better be good.
I'm sorry, David. I love you no matter what you think of me. It's just that I kept thinking of what it was like when we ran away together all those years ago, and it's not going to be any different.
Come on, we were kids then.
I know. It's just that I can't come to terms with the idea of being tied down as just a housewife.
You were so keen about doing up the house. You said yourself it'd be a lot of fun.
Well, that was when we had this place to come back to. I mean, it's going to take years to get that place in the country into shape, and the thought of living there on just your money. I'm sorry, David. I just can't live the way you want me to.
Oh, come on. It's not as if we'd be living on the bread line.
Well, it's close enough for me.
Oh, maybe it is better that you walked out on me. If you really loved me, nothing else would have mattered.
I do love you. And I know I'm sounding like that spoiled kid I was years ago.
Yeah.
But that's me, David. That's the way I am. I need money. I can't pretend to you or to anybody else that I can just get by like most people. And it's because I think so much of you that I'm being honest with you.
I suppose I should be thankful. You didn't leave it until after we were married.
Oh, I wouldn't have done that. I love you. That's why I'm telling you now.
Look, you can justify it any way you like, Pat. But all I know is you made me look a prize idiot. And believe me, it's going to be the last time.
David, darling, is Patricia all right?
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh, I knew it was just an attack.
You better go and see how she is. There won't be any wedding.
If you'd like me to talk to the others, Dave.
Oh, don't look so sorry for me, Jack. I'm just bloody angry, that's all. I'll go and tell the others they've wasted their time, and then I'll get the hell out of this. This place has always given me the creeps.
Still no answer.
Try Beryl Palmer again.
It's useless. They're all out. I'm going to have to ring the police in Melbourne.
No, give Jeff another call first.
He didn't answer before.
It's worth one more try.
Jeff? Jeff, are you there?
Yeah, it's me. Is that you, Katie?
Yes. Oh, now listen, please. You mustn't do anything crazy, right? Everything will get sorted out. Jeff, are you listening to me?
Don't worry. I'll be fine, honest.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sorry. It's stupid to say anything about killing myself.
Yes, you were. Look, why don't you go to bed and try to get some sleep? I'll give you a ring again in the morning, okay?
Yeah, okay.
You sure you'll be all right?
No worries, I'm fine.
Okay. Now go to bed.
Yeah, radio.
goodness he seems to have calmed down a bit.
That's a relief.
He still should have someone with him, though.
He'll be all right. It's good to see he's come to his senses.
He needs someone with him, Luke. You should be going back to Melbourne, not getting a plane overseas.
Jeff said himself he didn't really mean it. Anyway, you'll get onto your parents before long. Or Jim. Or why don't you give David Palmer a call? He could go around and check if he's okay.
Oh, you're really something, you know that. Jeff's supposed to be your best friend. But first you get him drinking again, and then when he needs help, you can't wait to get a plane out of the country. You're selfish and you're self-centered and you absolutely disgust me.
Katie, you just don't understand. There's a lot you don't know.
Like what?
It's too difficult to explain.
Oh, well, that's a cop-out if ever I heard one.
It's not.
Don't you think you owe him anything? Jeff helped you when you wanted to get out of Perth, remember? Is this the way you pay him back?
No. You're right. I just can't run out on him. You keep trying to contact someone down there. I'll get the first plane I can to Melbourne. And I'll make sure he's back with your parents before I leave. Okay?
You're mad for giving in to Barbara.
It's mainly for Gordon's sake. I knew as soon as Perrin found out where I was, the pressure'd only get worse, and that's the last thing that Gordon needs.
But what about you?
I'll be okay. I'll just get what I need from the flat, and then move into a motel until I find somewhere else. Perrin wouldn't have known where I was if Barbara hadn't told him. So I don't think there's much likelihood of him tracking me down again. You just make sure that when Gordon gets home, he doesn't get too upset about me going.
Won't be easy.
Has to be done, though. Maybe it'd help if I send a couple of postcards over the next few weeks, then gradually drop them off.
Want me to help you pack?
No, it's only a few things. Won't be long.
Liz, hurry it up. We've got to clean your car, see? Liz? Oh, my God. Liz, where are you? Liz?
I'm a great believer in things turning out on top. If you really do love David enough, you'll get him back, you'll see.
No. There's no way, Charlie.
Piffle, you just have to be patient. We'll let a little time pass, and then you can say the whole thing was caused by the shock of losing all your money.
Charlie, you are missing the point. I can't live with David without my money. And Luke Carlyle's got it all, and I don't know where it is. But there must be some way of finding out. And sitting here isn't going to fix it. I'll get that money back if I have to wring it out of him.
Darling, you'll have to be careful. Oh, I'm coming with you. He's probably well and truly gone by now.
Oh, no, he hasn't. The lights are on. He knows who it is. Just too damn scared to open the door.
He could have left the light on in his hurry to get away.
He wouldn't be in a hurry. He's too smug.
Can you smell something?
Come on, Luke. I know you're in there.
Darling, he's not home.
Well, maybe not. But I am coming back tonight, and I'm coming back every night until he opens that door.
I can't for the life of me understand why you don't just contact the police.
Oh, for God's sake, Charlie, when will you understand? If Luke is charged, I'll have his father on my back for the rest of my life. I've told you that 100 times.
Well, there's nothing more we can do here now. So, let's go home.
Home at last, are we? I suppose you and Liz have been crying on each other's shoulders because your little plan failed.
I've been at the police station, actually. Liz vanished from the flat while I was outside waiting for her. The place has been ransacked.
What?
The detectives went through everything to see if they could fathom out what happened. They also tried to question George Perrin, but he'd shot through. I'd say he was there when she walked in. Looks to me as if he's taken her with him.
Oh, my God.
Suddenly it's all a little more serious than you thought, isn't it? And it's going to get even more serious when Gordy comes back. Because I'm going to tell him you kicked Liz out. Which means if anything happens to her, it's on your head.
Well, it was a good night, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was lovely. I do think it was wise not to make it too late, though, for Gordon's sake.
He was looking a bit tired.
You know, he's a nice bloke, isn't he?
Oh, he's a real gentleman.
It beats me how on earth he could have a son like Wayne. Hello.
Oh, Dad, thank goodness I've got you.
Hello, Katie. What can I do for you?
Dad, it's Jeff. I'm worried about him.
What's wrong?
He threatened to commit suicide.
He what?
Well, don't panic. It's okay. I've managed to talk him out of it. Except I've been trying to find someone to go around and check on him, but I couldn't find you and Mum, and Mrs. Palmer wasn't answering.
No, we've all had a night out. Did you speak to Luke?
He's been up here.
In Sydney?
Yes, I told him he had to go back, but it might have been a while before he got a flight.
He shouldn't have gone to Sydney in the first place.
Well, apparently he threw in his job.
I don't care what the little creep's done. You promised Jeff he'd look after him.
Oh, maybe I should have rung the police.
No, you've done the right thing, Katie. Thanks for letting us know.
You will let me know as soon as you find out what's going on.
Of course I will, love. Look, I better not waste any more time. I'll see you.
Bye.
It's Jeff. I've just got to make sure he's okay. And if he's not, I'll tear Luke Carlyle apart.
Jeff! Jeff! Oh, jeez.
Gas!
Get the windows.
I'll call it out.
You get away from him.
Come on, mate. That's the boy. Come on. Come on.
Oh, he's going to be all right, isn't he? We got here in time.
Yeah, he's going to be okay. His stuff isn't poisonous these days. And thank God we got here before he suffocated, though.
Oh, why would he do it?
Come on.
Get him outside.
Better not move him, I think.
You've got a lot to answer for. I know where you've been.
I got back to Melbourne as soon as I could, but I got held up at the airport.
Oh, I'm sure you did what you thought was right. Like leaving him here in the first place, huh?
Have a little out of the way.
I know I did the wrong thing.
Oh, don't stand there being so damn self-righteous. It obviously doesn't matter to you that the kid tried to wipe himself out. Didn't it worry you walking out on the kid? He must have been feeling pretty low to do something like this.
Well, you were so smug, weren't you? Saying you could get him back on his feet when his parents couldn't, and what happened? The boy tries to take his own life. And don't you think I'm going to let her rest here either. Look, all I'm concerned about is getting my son to a hospital where he can be looked after properly. But I haven't finished with you, boy. You can believe me.
I honestly didn't think he meant it, Mum.
Oh, thank God we found him in time. When are you coming home, love?
Mum, if I thought there was anything I could do, I'd come home straight away. But there isn't.
Katie?
No, you know what had happened. Dad and I would only argue about Wayne and we wouldn't achieve anything.
No. Well, whatever you think.
Could I talk to her?
You'll only get upset. She's not coming, and I don't think we should push it. I'll keep you in touch with how Jeff's going.
Thanks, Mum. You understand?
I suppose so.
Give my love to Jeff.
I will. Bye.
Bye. I know what you're thinking.
And do you blame me?
No, but it'd be so easy to go running back to Mum and Dad. That's what a kid'd do. The reason Wayne dropped me was because I was basically a kid. It's time I started acting more like an adult.
I think you're looking at it from a very selfish point of view. A family as close as yours should be together after something as sad as what's happened to Jeff.
Maybe I am being selfish. But if I went back to Melbourne, there'd only be arguments. No, I've made up my mind. I'm staying here.
All right, get your horses. What the hell do you want?
I wondered if we could have a talk.
For God's sake, it's after midnight.
I know, and I'm sorry, but I felt the sooner we had things out in the open, the better.
Can't it wait till the morning?
I just want to explain a few things to you.
I don't think there's anything much to explain.
Luke, at least just listen to me, please. I admit that in the beginning, I did a business deal with your father. I took you on because he wanted me to. But then after that, things changed. I realized what enormous potential you had. In fact, I began to admire your ability and came to respect you. Quite frankly, I wanted to tell you the truth when I gave you your promotion, but your father was dead against it. And, well, as you well know, your father's not the kind of man you can push around, so I just had to go along with him. Now, I don't blame you for trying to get back at him. From your point of view, I can see that you'd think he'd deserve it. And let's face it, he can afford to lose the money. But I can't. Luke, I can understand that you might want to get back at me in some way, worry me for a while. But I can't seriously believe that you would want to see me left with nothing. You are a decent person. I know that. I knew that when we were working together. All I'm asking is that you write me a check and then we can forget the whole thing.
No. You beg well, Patricia, but your timing's lousy. I never agree to anything when I'm half asleep. Besides, you're basically as dishonest and conniving as my father. You didn't give a damn about my feelings when you did your deal with him. So why should I give a damn about yours now? You can stack on as much of a performance as you like, but you're not getting a cent from me. That's more like it, isn't it? That's the real Patricia. Now, you got to leave, or do I have to kick you out?
I'm not going to let you get away with this.
Oh, darling, thank goodness. I thought I'd look in and see if you were all right before I went to bed. I was terribly worried to find you weren't there. Darling, what is wrong? You look absolutely livid.
I don't want to talk about it, Charlie.
Is there anything I can do?
No, nothing. The only person I need right now is David. I'm driving out to the house as soon as it's light.
Yeah, Jux, go on. Juk. Here you go.
I have to talk to you.
You're wasting your time.
David, I realize that I've made a terrible mistake. I can't go on without you. I know I made you look very foolish in front of all your friends, and I'm sorry. David, we could sell this place. We could move right away from here where nobody knows us. We could start again. Please, David, I need you. I've always needed you. Please, let's go away.
You're unbelievable, you know that. It was only yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. When you made me feel as small and humiliated and as angry as I've ever felt in my life. And yet you got the gall to come out of the day and expect me to drop everything and turn my life upside down to go along with some bloody crazy idea you've got. Oh, it's not on, Pat. You made a fool of me yesterday. And you're never going to get that chance again.
I have no idea what time he finally got back. I sat up till about 1:30 and hadn't arrived then.
Jim's like that. He probably found a bar with a late license and just stayed there.
Oh, I'm not too sure about that. I think I would have heard him if he'd had a couple. What's happening with Jeff?
Oh, we're just on our way to the hospital to pick him up. Thank God he's well enough to come home.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with Mike, though. He's worse this morning than he was last night.
I don't suppose he got much sleep either.
No. And we have to go over to Luke's later to pick up Jeff's things. I only hope Luke's gone. I don't know what would happen if Mike had to face him again.
Well, if it would help, I could go and pick them up for you.
Oh, no, I couldn't ask you to do that.
It's no trouble. I'm not doing anything.
Well, okay. It'd certainly make things a lot easier.
Do you think there's a possibility that Luke could still be there?
I don't know. Well, here are Jeff's keys to the flat in case he isn't.
Fine. Anybody home? Luke? Luke?
What love really meant. When it came from nowhere. When it came, it altered my life. Sons and daughters, love and laughter, tears and sadness. We will find out our sons and daughters are what we two were once about.